going on, y'all? We're gonna make chili today. It's chilly weather, okay? But this chili is gonna be a lot different. Everybody's heard of over-the-top chili, right? If you haven't, basically you make chili, but you cook meat over top the chili. All the drippings go into it and it makes it delicious. Well, what's different about ours is the fact that we're gonna use duck. We're gonna do a white bean duck chili, and I'm gonna cook the duck over top of it and let the duck fat drip down. So I'm gonna let my buddy show you exactly how we prepared the duck. Appreciate it, Jesse. We'll be right back there, would you? All right, so here we have our duck. All right, we're gonna prepare this duck in a special way. So this duck is actually raised on a farm not too far from us. Our friends over at Reach and Refuge raised it. I went over there and learned how to process it. I was able to come home with a wonderful Peking duck, however you want to say it, a big white one. So what I'm gonna do is the first thing I'm gonna do is just open up this package. These things have some of the best fat on them. It's so good. So the only part of the duck I'm going to use is the breast. So what I'm going to do, I'll save the legs and the wings for later on. But for this recipe, it'll just be the breast. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to skin the duck. Look at how thick. This is all fat. Oh, it's gonna be so good. There we go. We got the whole skin off of the duck. Now, I'm gonna remove the two breasts. But now we have our two pieces of breast meat. What are we gonna do with them now? This is where it gets fun. So we're gonna take our skin, place our breasts in here. We're going to wrap it up. Just like that. Then you're going to get your twine. We're going to wrap it up. I'm actually going to do one in the middle short ways and one long ways because I don't want it coming out the skin on the edge, on the ends. Just like that. Now back to you, Jesse. Doesn't that look awesome? So I'm gonna go ahead and get the grill heated up by a touch of a button. While the Rectech gets heated up, I'm gonna let the other guy show you how we got the base set up. Why do I gotta be the other guy? Be quiet and just show them how to do it. Okay, fine. So, well, what we're done right here in the kitchen is the main prep work for the base of the chili. So I went ahead and diced our onions and our jalapeno. I've got our chilies right here. What we're going to do is we're going to throw everything into the pan with some oil, saute it for about 7 to 8 minutes. While we're waiting on our onions and peppers to sweat down, I'm going to prepare our duck. We've got this Tuscan herb infused olive oil. We're going to use that as our base. And then we have just black truffle sea salt. This is the only two things we're going to season it with. Now that our peppers and onions have sweated down a good bit, about 7 to 8 minutes, it's time to add in our garlic. We're going to add in about 4 minced cloves, but you know, measure with your heart. Cook that, let that saute for about another minute or two. Add in chicken broth, 32 ounces. You're going to add your beans. Cannellini beans. I think it's called cannellini. Cannellini. Add a T in there for no reason. Teaspoon of cumin. Teaspoon of dried oregano. Teaspoon of lime juice. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of Cayenne. And now I'll send you out to the better of us. Isn't that all just looking delicious? This is a first for me. I couldn't find any other recipes for it. So we're gonna see how this turns out. I feel like it's gonna turn out pretty good. The only difference is gonna be at the end, I'm gonna have to cut up and shred up the duck breast and stuff too, because I'm gonna cook it at a lower temperature for a longer period of time to cook slower, so it'll break apart a little bit easier. And being surrounded in that fat, as that fat renders down, it's gonna pull a lot of that collagen and stuff out too. That's gonna allow it to break down a little bit easier. So, got the grill set to 300. That's where we're gonna start. I'm gonna put a probe in it, and then we'll just keep it monitored. They're great. Powerful. One thing I didn't explain is that whenever I wrapped it, all the creases underneath it. So the reason I did that is that as it renders down, it's gonna come down and drip right over the chili pot, which is what we want. Right, according to our probe, we're at 167. It looks absolutely amazing. Still dripping. So I'm gonna take it off the grill, take it inside, leave the duck on top as it rests, and so let that juice continue to, the fat and everything continue to drip into the chili. And I'll probably put it in the oven, that way it stays warmer a little bit longer. I'm gonna let it rest for probably about 30 minutes or so, and then I'll take the duck out, take the skin off, chop it up, put it all together, and then we're gonna see how it tastes. I wish you could smell it. I'll try to rotate and get it in the door without dropping it. That would be very bad. We got this. Carhartt. Boom, man. So the oven is not on. I'm literally just letting the duck rest. Anytime you're cooking any meat, let it rest probably about 20-30 minutes. Then we'll cut up the breasts, dice it up and stuff, mix it all together again, and see what we got. All right, now that it has cooled and is rested, this is where things get a little different, right? So we're gonna take one more can of beans, transfer it to a jar. You could, just lost one. I'm actually going to use an immersion blender. We're gonna get our sprigs of cilantro, add in there with the beans. We're gonna blend it up. Transfer our duck over here. Take this off. Transfer our bean paste in here. Now what this is gonna do is it's gonna make the chili thicker. Transfer our meat. A little stir. And the last piece of this puzzle that we call life is we're going to actually heat it back up so that everything marries right back together, thickens up, and that meat just kind of soaks up some of that juice, that bean puree that we just did. Same thing, the cilantro just all marries together. We're going to heat it up, let it probably warm for about 15-20 minutes, and then it's time to eat. Here it is. Look at that. Just delicious. But it's Asiago cheese I put in there. The smell is amazing. We're going to eat it now. We're going to eat it now. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Enjoy. Enjoy. Gracious goodness. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm gonna enjoy. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. Thank you. Yeah. Catch you next one.